Okay, let's take a look at 8 lenses here, and invariably someone's going to say, why didn't you include so-and-so lens? And there's a reason for that. These 8 lenses are specifically the 8 most superlative lenses without any equal whatsoever. And don't ask me to compare them to anything, because there's nothing that I can compare them to. Some things actually stand alone, stand apart, unlike and better than anything else, so that I'm not even going to try to compare it to anything. They are that good. On a scale of 1 to 10, all of these lenses are well above a 10. Their characteristics, their nature, their rendition, not just their resolution or sharpness. People always judge lenses by how sharp they are, and that's like judging a wine by alcohol content. It's like, well, the best wine must be the highest alcohol content. Who does something like that? You don't do that with wines, and you don't do that with lenses. Well, how sharp's the lens? What, really? Yeah, that's all that matters. Oh, really? So, like the wino that buys the $3 special from Walgreens, only based upon its alcohol content, he must be a wine connoisseur. That's literally, that's ridiculous. Resolution, micro contrast. I've actually given out the 4 criteria in earlier videos on judging lenses, so I don't need to go over that again. So, in no particular order, these are these 8 lenses. Currently having the Nikon D500 here, the 20mm f1.8G Nikkor. Getting an ultra wide at like 24mm and wider to be this incredible is basically impossible, and Nikon nailed it. It's a perfect astro lens, perfect cityscape lens, perfect landscape lens. I mean, this is the landscape lens, period. How close you can get in with it is also amazing. So it's what I've actually deemed a pseudo macro. You can really get in there, and the way it actually renders, you can crop the hell out of it depending on the type of camera body and the pixelation you have on the sensors, so that you can basically end up what looks like something that was taken with a nice macro lens. It's that good. So unbelievably incredible. Now there are 8 or 9 iterations of the 300mm f2.8. and this is one of them. The only exception is the current AFS. There are several versions of the AFS version, but they're all basically the same. The only differences are whether it's a screw drive, a D-series, or what sort of a speed autofocus tracking it has. This is actually an older manual AIS 300mm 2.8. Every portrait photographer and you normally think of this as a sports action lens, not this particular lens since it's a manual focus lens, but people normally think of the 300mm 2.8 as a sports action or wildlife lens, and while that's true, actually there are tons and tons and tons of portrait. See, in portraiture, I don't give a damn about autofocus. Generally speaking, the person that you're shooting is not fidgeting around like a squirrel on crack. And so manual focus is not an issue. The rendition, the compression, it's an unbelievable lens. There's nothing to compare it to. This is one of Fuji's lenses, and I've used all the Fuji lenses. Yeah, there are plenty of excellent Fuji lenses, so if someone's going to ask me, sorry, I was about to sneeze there. If someone's about to ask me, why don't you include other Fuji lenses, why do you just have this one? And this is the 16mm f1.4. The answer is, like I said, these 8 lenses stand on their own. There's nothing that they can be compared to. They are so far above and beyond a 10 out of 10 that, I've got hundreds of lenses and, tested many, many hundreds more. Of that, there is no doubt, so these lenses stand in their own categories as untouchables. Okay, I guess I should call this video the Untouchables. Anyway, it's a 16mm f1.4 Fuji. Incredible. I recently got an email from a guy. He's like, hi, I own the 14mm Fuji. I was hesitant to buy the 16, and I bought it on your recommendation. He said, you're absolutely 100% right. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. And it's like, yeah, I told you so. Some people say I need to move my microphone over more because I'm too much on the right channel of the microphone. Is that better? Does that sound better? It doesn't matter how I position this microphone or how I change the microphone. There'll always be like a group of people like, your mic sounds great, you know, even though my voice sucks. And people are like, oh, your mic is horrible, so it doesn't matter what I do. Someone's always upset. The Voigtlander 58mm f1.4 Nocton. I got 3 of these lenses. This is a lens that should be $1,000, but it's only $400. It's made as fine, 100% exactly as fine as a Zeiss. It's unbelievable, it's incredible, it's perfect for DX use, FX use. This is like an AIP lens. What's that mean? It means it's a manual focus lens. It has CPU contacts. This is perfect for use with the Fuji with an adapter. Perfect on any Nikon, FX or DX. It's incredible, it's unbelievable, it's absolutely off the scale. It ranks a 20 on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, right? How can you rank a 20? It does. The characteristics that it has, the rendition, the phase, the resolution, every bit of it is just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Hey, I recently called the Tokina a few days ago. This is a 100mm Tokina macro 2.8, which there have been like tens of thousands of people that bought this off my recommendation. A lot of the contrast entries from the contest from a couple days ago have been used with this lens. And I called Tokina up and I talked to one of their bigwigs. I was just asking them a question. I said, hey, did you all notice a huge spike in the number of sales of your macro lenses at 100mm? He's like, yeah, we did. There was a huge spike in those lenses. And I started laughing my ass off. I was like, ah! He said, what? And I said, that's because of me. And anyway, I pointed him out to the details of why it was me that I could see this plant in Japan making these Tokina lenses. And it's like, oh, we got another order for 1,000 Tokina 100mm. Work harder. No, I'm not making fun of the Japanese. That's just hilarious. Because, like, because overnight, the orders on these lenses, like, went up 20-fold because of me and my videos. That's pretty damn funny. At least I think it's funny. If you don't have a sense of humor, damn it. So, 100mm Tokina f2.8. Unbelievable. Silk, sex, and sugar. Epic tits. All of these are silk, sex, and sugar. They're the bee's knees. They're the cat's ass. They're unbelievable. Here in also no particular order. Zeiss in its infinite stupidity. Yes, I said infinite stupidity. You know, they tried to take something perfect and they, tried to fix it. So Zeiss does not make this lens anymore. However, there are plenty of them in Asia. You can get them from Japan. You know, these pop up used everywhere. It's the 35mm f2 Zeiss Zagon. So 35mm f2 Zeiss Zagon. Absolutely unbelievable. It's actually the best lens that I have of any lens that I've ever used in my entire life. Period. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. All of these lenses, too, by the way, I can say that if you don't own them, you know, I know some of these are expensive. I know there's budget issues, and some of you people are normal people, and you have wives and children to feed and stuff like that, unlike a weirdo freak like me. That's understandable, but I have to say that all these lenses are of such a nature that you're an idiot if you don't own them, because these are the best of the best of the best, and most of these lenses, except for 2, like the Zeiss and the 105 up here, are relatively cheap. You know, they're not like super expensive lenses. The Swiss Army knife of lenses, the most utilitarian lens ever created on the face of the planet, the 60mm f2.8 macro Nikkor. Unbelievable. If you don't own this lens, you are a flipping moron. FX or DX, perfect for portraiture, perfect for macro, perfect for reproduction work, perfect for every damn thing. Just perfect. It's made in Japan. They're probably not going to make this lens much longer. I could be wrong. I don't think they will. It's too expensive to make. You can buy these used all day long for like $200 from eBay in Japan. But anyway, you can get them used perfect shape for $200 all day long. Unbelievable. Nothing touches it. It's so useful. And last but not least, the 135 f2 DC Nikkor belongs in with this as well. They're both essentially the same lens. They're both essentially as incredible. This is, however, the absolute best portraiture lens in the entire world, even Zeiss. And that is the 105 f2 D Nikkor with defocus control, made in Japan, old school quality, incredibly low element count. It is the tits! It's amazing, it's incredible, it's beyond incredible. If you don't own it, you're a moron. Only problem with this lens is that it's not cheap. This is actually has a built-in lens hood. This is one of Nikon's hardcore professional portraiture. Well, I mean, it doesn't get any more hardcore than this. This is people think, well, no, it's the 85 millimeters a hardcore No, baby. No. This is the hardcore portraiture lens. Like, well, it's only an f2. It's not an f1.8. I don't give a damn. You ain't listening, buddy. This is the portraiture lens, okay? Got it? I got every 85 millimeter made by anybody. I've got like a dozen 85 millimeters back there. The best of the best. I've used them all. I've owned them all. And I have still most of them. So, no. This is better. Don't argue with me. Okay, so that's it. These are the 8 lenses that don't even ask me to compare. How does it compare to so-and-so? No, don't ask me how to compare it. Don't ask me to compare it. I'm not going to compare these lenses to anything because there's nothing to compare them to. They're incredible. They're the tits, silk section sugar, the bee's knees, tougher than woodpecker lips. Amazing. These are incredible. All of these lenses are finer than the wax crotch of a Swedish supermodel. They are amazing. Okay? And these are the absolute pinnacle. So I got Zeiss here, I got Tokina, I got Voigtlander, I got Fuji, and I've got Nikon. I got all sorts of, well, yeah, I've got what? Fuji, Nikon, Tokina, Voigtlander, Zeiss. I got 5 different companies represented here. Yep. So, that's it. Catch you later. Bye! If you like this video, you can send me a big fat pizza dripping with cheese. Because nothing's better for a pathetic fat bastard like me other than a fat big... Just kidding. No, I'm not.